great. Yeah, it's all kicking off in Northern Ireland now. Everywhere's kicking off as well. I see something the other day with India and Pakistan going at each other too. Whole world's going mad. But yeah, these are anti-immigration things, which, to be fair, has been coming a long time. I've seen loads of shit with Irish people and Northern Irish people. Um, but not just them. Everyone in the UK is in the UK and Ireland is sick of it at this point. Like, it's the whole mood towards immigration has completely changed. Um, like throughout my whole life, it's been that a very small percentage of like real racist British people were really bothered about foreign people coming. Now it's everybody. I see just like a regular Irish woman, basically. I mean, she wasn't even saying anything bad. She was just saying that her kid is Irish, goes to school in Ireland, and is the outsider. No one else in her class speaks English. Um, yeah, like so, and but you see it as well in the comments. The whole mood towards immigration, and it's changing. It's changing all in the UK. Like, the UK is sick of it. But I suppose as well, Ireland and Northern Ireland is the first between France. Yeah, their first place they're going to land really is Ireland. That's the first place. But yeah. Also, I've never seen. I looked up the. I thought I'd never seen a Northern Irish flag. Northern Irish flag is like a souped up English flag. It's like the English flag with a load of like other cool shit on it. It's like a better version of the English flag. To be fair, I actually thought that's a well cool flag. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. It's Ballymena riots. Let's go. I think as well they're on day, I guess, 4 or 5 now. Water is not a good deterrent for. If there's one thing UK and Irish people can withstand, it's wet conditions. Do you know what I mean? It's like water. But I will say to all the left wing people that are saying absolutely nothing's happening in LA, it's not riots. There has been less things on fire. I haven't seen something on fire. Every bit of footage I saw in LA, there was something on fire, and they didn't want to call them riots, and that they weren't rioting. And yeah, nothing's been on fire so far here, and there's already a force out to control them, and these are called riots. Again, nothing on fire.
Mr. Speaker, with your indulgence, I just want to pay tribute to the police service.
And this is the other thing. This is why the UK and Ireland is changing. It's not because there's immigrants coming and like they're doing shit like that, like raping girls and shit, raping young girls. It's not even the fact that they're coming over and doing shit like that. It's the fact that anybody that says anybody that even says that is considered racist and demonized by politicians, and that you can't say it, and like you see it in the paper. If it's a UK person that does a crime, their name and photo will be there. If it's an immigrant, they won't. Right? Yeah, you really. But then it is starting to change because I think people are getting sick of it. But yeah, it's like it's not so much the fact that immigrants come and do bad shit because everyone knows there's immigrants that come not to do bad. Do you know what I mean? And do want to just escape some shithole where they're from. But it's how you're handling the ones that are bad and the fact that you're not even acknowledging it, basically. And you're saying that anybody who does acknowledge that some of these people are coming are not good people, but you won't say that. I even see something that there's a list of 24 countries that have banned the burqa. And I think a majority of them are Muslim. It's funny that the two fascist hellholes, the UK and the US, was not on the list that banned the burqa, and it's because they haven't got the balls to. They're too scared to. But there's Muslim countries around the world that are. I think there's only 2 Muslim countries where it's compulsory. The rest have either banned it or it's up to you. It's like, how come the Muslims can look at them do that in their countries where we can't? We can't have the balls to say that. And if you do say something like that, which to be fair, that's not even a big deal to me. The whole burqa thing, I could really give a shit about. You like whatever, because you do on in the UK. That's the other thing is you do have the right to religious expression and beliefs. I went to school with Jehovah's Witnesses where they wouldn't come in prayers, which everyone was kind of a bit jealous of, because you'd go in for sing hymns, and obviously the Jehovah's Witnesses wouldn't. They got to go on the computer or something. And do you know what I mean? Really, no one was Christian. We all didn't want to go into the hymns either. But anyway, yeah, you have the right to religious expression, though. But the banning of the burqa, but I did find it a very interesting thing that the burqa is banned um, by a lot of Muslim countries, but not by the 2 countries that people say is fascist, hellholes, right wing. The UK and the US aren't on that list. Um, but yeah, that's what I'd say more that the UK people have had enough with. Like I say, everybody does bad things, but it's the fact that when these lot do bad things, the politicians, the police, they don't want to do nothing about it. They don't want to do that, but they'd rather arrest someone who put something on Twitter or Facebook.
Northern Ireland briefly for tackling public order in Northern Ireland over the last 2 nights with over 30 police officers injured. I'm sure the whole House would want to join with me in that and also condemning the racist violence. Yeah. Mr. Speaker, whether it's the cardiac scandal at the RVH in Belfast, the cervical smear scandal in the Southern Trust, the COVID-bereaved families, or the crash of Chinook Zulu Delta 576, all of which has impacted my constituents in Lagan Valley, the common thread here is that families simply wanted the truth, but they were let down by institutions at every cut and turn. Will this government urgently introduce a duty of candour bill and ensure that it reflects what the Hillsborough Law Now campaigners and families have fought so very hard for? Yeah.
Can I start with the important point she makes about Ballymena? And I utterly condemn the violence that we've seen overnight in Ballymena and in other parts of Northern Ireland, including against PSNI officers. It is absolutely vital that the PSNI are given...
Yeah, but this is what I mean. This is what the UK is sick of, Keir. Can I just say I condemn the violence done by people that are outright outraged by a violent attack that you don't seem to be outright outraged about? This is what I mean. This is where people are getting to the end of their shit with it. It's like you're quick to condemn the UK and Irish people, but you're not as quick to condemn other people out of fear of what? Out of fear of what? Offending people. What are you afraid of? And that's what I mean. It's like that. That's what it. Yeah.
Time they need to investigate the incidents concerned, rather than face mindless attacks as they seek to bring peace and order to keep people safe. And the Northern Ireland Secretary is in touch with the PSNI and the Executive, and I'm being kept updated in relation to that. In relation to the tragic cases that she raises, firstly, I thank her for raising them, and it is important that we have a legal duty of candour. We will be introducing that because, as she says, there must be the truth here based on all people being dealt with on the basis of dignity, fairness and accountability. Thank you.
We've been in contact with the Chief Constable. We just spoke to him there just a few moments ago to get an update. I have been in constant contact with the PSNI throughout last night in terms of what was happening on the ground. I think today is about sending a very clear message that violence is wrong. It is entirely unacceptable. It must stop.
Yeah, so we have kept in regular contact with the Chief Constable, with the team on the ground there, in terms of the response to what's happening. It's pure racism, folks. There's no other way to dress it up. I think that there are two issues that are perhaps being conflated, and they should not be. The first is the issue of an attack on a young woman, and I want her to have justice, and I want to stand full square with her family, and I want the criminal justice system to do its work. Separate to that is the racism that we're seeing, the sectarian nature of these attacks. People being firebombed out of their homes, people having their doors wrapped in around them, their windows being smashed, families being intimidated. That is absolutely unacceptable, and everything that needs to be done to bring it to an end is our focus in terms of the engagement we have with the PSNI.
But maybe you should have handled all of this 30 years ago. Just a little thing. If you ignore a pimple, it goes away. If you ignore a cancer, it kills you. And that is what this is. The fact that you haven't done absolutely nothing about, like you even see police say it. The police don't want to get involved when it comes to foreign people because they don't want to be seen as racist and be pulled in as racist. And that's the thing, is like, I've seen signs. I'm not Irish and I'm not from Northern Ireland, but I've seen this where the people of these things are done. They're done with it. And it, like I say, it's not that the bad thing happened, it's how you handle it. You handle it like that doesn't matter, and then it's racist attacks. And this is the other thing. The whole racist thing is done. The only people that care about that is your woke people that really are bothered about being called racist, because everything's racist. And it's like, yeah. Again, I'm not saying that you should riot or any of that, but it's like, there was other than that last lady that spoke, to be fair, there was no mention of this girl that got attacked. All it was the repercussions of that girl getting attacked that you're more concerned with, when it's like, yeah, you're taking the effect and making it the cause. But yeah, let's carry on. Yeah, and I just think this is just going to be the start. Like I say, it's like I'm noticing it more and more. Um, like in comment sections of things, you've just seen the whole mood of the UK and Ireland change. It's like it's no longer the bald skinhead that don't like foreigners. It's basically everybody, and it's not that again. It's not that they're not liking foreigners. It is the fact that what the truth is people feel like they're second class citizens in their own country, and that's never a good thing. That is literally the birth of fascism. Like with Hitler in, I said this, but funnily, no one listened to me. No one asked. Well, I said it, but no one listened. I said this about 15 years ago that this was going to happen because that's exactly what happened in Germany. Someone just can't pop up and say everybody hate Jews and let's kill them, and everyone go, yeah, all right. The German people had felt for years that the Jews was having preferential treatment over them. So there was already an underlying animosity grown in the German people that was just waiting for a right wing fascist person like Hitler to come along and rally that hatred. And the same thing is going to happen here. I swear. All it would take, maybe not right now, maybe not right now, but within the next few years, if they don't handle the illegal immigration thing, this is just going to get worse. This is going to get like, yeah. Like I say, I'm not going to say there was never always a demographic of people that didn't like immigrants. Like, you do have that. Everywhere has that. But like I say, I've noticed it. I've noticed it from comments. I've noticed it from videos, and I've even noticed it in YouTube titles for videos. I've noticed like YouTube's so strict on things. But I've seen people recently getting away with stuff that even I'd say is racist. Do you know what I mean? Like that it's. But I was thinking, how are you getting away with that when I can't like comedy things? It seems to be you can be a thing, you can be a racist, you can be a whatever, but you can't joke about that thing because it seems to be the comedy things where they're like, oh, but like I've seen people get away with and also saying things in videos. I like even with that, I think there's a change where I do think the UK is going to be the next fascist place, which is a shame, really, because it really isn't. I mean, that was our last great thing we did was stand up to fascism. But like I say, the vibe is changing in this country and these countries. But yeah, I mean, hopefully this does get all sorted out, which I'd imagine it will. But I do think this is just the beginning. Everywhere's on a like just bubbling. Yeah, the end is coming. The end is nigh. But yeah, that's the reaction. Sweet.